Dr. Sergei Markov is a former spokesperson for President Putin. He is also a former member of the Russian parliament and director of the Institute of Political Studies and Russian political scientist. Dr. Markov is joining us live from Moscow. Welcome to the show, Doctor. Moscow has already reacted angrily to this plan of President Macron sending French troops to Ukraine. Russia says the instructors or soldiers will be a legitimate target for Russian strikes. What do they mean by that?
I think Russian authority means that not only Russian rocket missiles and artillery system will try to kill French officers and soldiers, but informally I would say that it will be one of the main targets for Russian rocket missiles, to kill as much as possible French and British officers who also intensively play in this some role in those war on the Ukrainian territory will be very important. But also, Russia wants to stress that it's very dangerous trend of escalation from NATO directly to the possible open conflict between NATO and Russia, which could lead to the nuclear war between Russia and NATO, and which can finish all civilization, and which will kill you, my respected audience, and who is India. If this nuclear war will happen, everybody will be killed in every country, and nobody would hide away. So it's very dangerous escalation from the Western countries, and we ask Indian government, Chinese government, Brazilian government, all governments in the world to give a telephone call to the Western capital, say that stop moving to the nuclear catastrophe.
Dr. Markov, having worked with him, what would President Putin be thinking or contemplating now when the West and some European nations, apart from providing arms to Ukraine, are now training their military?
We know that they already train their militaries, and we concerned not only about this. We know that Western politicians, they lie. And Western politicians violated diplomatic agreements, don't respect any real negotiation, don't respect another nations. They're still imperialist powers. That's why we think that when French government claim that they just sending their rocket missile system and artillery system, in fact, they also already sent more than 1 year ago some of the officers of the French army to the Ukraine. And they in fact took part. And we give a lot of information that Russian militaries already killed few hundreds of the French militaries in Kharkiv region, first of all, where they took part in this military operation. And when French president says that he officially sending for the training of Ukrainian army some French officers, it means that possibly he is lying, and in fact he sent some of the French soldiers to take part in the direct fighting against Russian army. And we believe that French rocket missile system, they mostly served not by Ukrainian officers, but French officers. That's why when French rocket missiles and artillery shells explode some of the buildings on the Russian territory, it has been done not by Ukrainian army, but French army, which illegally doing this.
Okay, let me ask this then. Now that you've said that legitimate target for Russian strikes could mean killing the French troops in Ukraine, what would be the repercussions if Russia strikes or even kills a foreign, and in this case, a French soldier on Ukraine soil?
It will be not too important consequences of this now, because according to our information, Russian artillery already killed a few hundreds of French soldiers, specifically in Kharkiv region, but French authorities hide this away. It's interesting that if you look at the statistics, you will see that during last year, America, Great Britain, and France, they have increasing of the so-called car accident with their officers, something about in many dozens times. It means that, in fact, these officers have been killed on the Ukrainian territory, but the authorities, the government, just say that they have car accidents. And what is could change the situation if F-16 will be used by Ukrainian army, and with some equipment of American and British long-distance rocket missiles. Russia already claimed that F-16 they can use tactical nuclear weaponry. That's why one of the possibilities that if F-16 will take part in the war, probably Russia will use tactical nuclear weaponry and use it for the target in the western part of Ukraine, where this F-16 could be settled.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. I've been talking to Dr. Sergei Markov, who is a former spokesperson for President Putin. Dr. Markov, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.